Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hulu Plus. Yes, Hulu Plus. Today's episode is brought to you by Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus gives you total control to watch anything, anytime, anywhere. Try it now and get a cool special deal, a free extended trial of Hulu Plus. Just go to huluplus.com/TMOS. Remember, that's huluplus.com/TMOS. And now, can I have a timpani?
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store. And around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Well, howdy, hi. The gang's all here, back together. Very interesting week between Oscar in New York City and myself down in Williamsburg, Virginia this week.
Hold it. Wait, you're back?
I'm back today.
Oh, okay, so this is a new show.
It's great to see you guys. It's you held down the fort. You did a great job. I want to say thank you for that. Before we get to the birthdays, I want to address something about my radio partner, Don Geronimo, who has been in the news because he's leaving his gig in Sacramento. And lots of people online talking about rumors. What's happening with Don. And I just want to address this, that Don and I had a hell of a run for a very long time on radio in Washington, D.C., and the fact is, I'm not getting back together with Don to do a show. That ship has sailed. We have moved on. And at the same time, when I'm reading things, about whether we're going to do that, that's fine. People are going to talk about that when you have a long-term successful partnership. That's going to be what people like to talk about. But Don and I do not keep in regular contact with each other, and that's just the way things go in this business. With that said, I think it's really important to point out that Don Geronimo laid out a template for me to do what I did after he left. And, he, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the truly great broadcasters and one of the groundbreaking broadcasters, and has done things for years and years and years that are innovative. And he's also always been very aware of the trends and what's going on in the world. And I learned a tremendous amount from him when I was working with him, and we had a tremendous run, and it wasn't always smooth sailing, and there were bumps in the road, but the fact is, when I read things about, Don online, I think sometimes when you're in between a gig, and I'm sure Don's going to be on the radio soon somewhere, I don't know where it's going to be, I'm confident he is going to be back on the radio, and the fact is, when you read so much about that, I think it's important to have people that, even on this forum, in a podcast world, are saying some things that need to be said. And the fact is that we've all been in this wonderful world of radio. Mm-hmm. And this wonderful world of radio can be excruciatingly difficult when the microphones are off. It's very, very frustrating sometimes to deal with the behind-the-scenes things. And I have absolutely no indication, nor have I talked to him about it, nor do I know what went on with him in Sacramento. I know we've got a tremendous bunch of fans in Sacramento, but, the fact is, I wanted to put to rest any of the rumors floating around about Don and I doing a show together. We're not going to do a show together. And secondly, to give Don his props for working with me for as long and teaching me a lot of things about how to do this, how to set it up. We have different personalities. We had different personalities when we worked together. I do a different style of show, but the overall type of flapping your gums about your world and your life, that's what Don and I did together, and that's what I learned from Don, and he gets credit for that. And I think it's important to remember that, I wouldn't be doing any of what I'm doing right now if we didn't have that successful partnership. And he is a brilliant radio performer, and I really hope that he does land on the radio sooner than later because, he does good work, and he still does good work. So just wanted to move on from that and say, Don, we want you to get back on the radio very, very soon, and as long as it's not competing with this podcast.
Yeah, here. I agree.
That's what I wanted to say.
And well said.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's jump right into the birthdays. And I swear to God, Rob, I don't have examples of it, but I know that your font is smaller than it was last week. I guarantee it from the bottom of my heart.
I will enlarge the font, but what I do is
you will not admit that it was larger last week.
I save the file, okay, and then open it, and then I change it.
I guarantee
Then you're right. Then you're right, and it won't happen again.
But I mean, are you agreeing just to agree, or are you agreeing just to humor me?
I don't know how it could have been any different because I saved the same file each and every
week. And here's the thing: the one day I would literally be able to reach into the waste paper basket and grab the evidence, Pony decides that he, for the first time in 6 months, is going to take out the trash today.
As
Pony,
we arranged.
Pony, where did you put that trash?
It's in the dumpster.
Do you? It's in the dumpster outside?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, it is.
Damn it, Jim!
Oh,
You know how I am when I want to win an argument.
you want to know?
You win.
Really?
I'm going to
No.
make the font bigger. Here's what I do.
No. See, you're not admitting defeat either because you're going to say, you win, I'll make it bigger next time. You're not saying that it was larger last week.
I save the file, okay, and close it. When I open it, now what I did do is change the size of the window of the element, okay, when you open the document. And it opens up as a text edit document. Oscar, are you following
You're
me?
tap dancing. I don't know what's going on.
All right,
either.
thanks for your help. You know what? I'm really so shocked I wasn't able to pull this one over on you.
So you changed it.
I changed the size of the window that I type in. I didn't change the size of the font.
Okay.
I think
I'm
it's
not
24.
saying font. I'm not saying font. Let's just say the size of the page. This is not the same as it was last week.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Is that correct? Would that be correct?
Absolutely.
The layout is different.
And so could the layout and the size of the page result in smaller letters to read?
It could, but I have no idea because you know what? Apple Text Edit is like going into Oz for me. I don't
Okay.
understand how it works.
All right, because we started that. That was my first thing today. I said, "Hey, this is smaller than it was last time," and you said, "No, it's not." And I said, "Yes, it is." You said, well, and then you went into this whole thing, and it's not a big deal, but
It's
it is
still
a big deal.
24-point Georgia.
Let me
According to it.
24-point Georgia.
Yeah.
In a smaller window. Oh, okay. So now, wait a minute. 24-point Georgia. That would be the same font size then.
The font size is identical.
The font size is the same. The area and the layout of the text is different.
All right. Show them. Yeah, this is what it normally looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
It normally looks like my copy.
Oh, there
That's
we
the
go.
Which
normal-
one?
That's the normal
Oh,
size.
it
of
doesn't look like
Copy
it. Can't be
text.
that.
I mean, no,
Is it
it's
that
close.
big?
It's closer together, and the paragraphs are longer. But that's usually the size you give it to me.
Then I need to revamp
Yeah.
You need to revamp what?
the size of the letters, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I
Which
didn't
would
do
in
it.
turn be the font.
Pony,
Yes, sir.
get the garbage.
All right.
I'm sorry, but he's
Here
the
we
only
go.
guy. He's the only guy that knows where it is.
Yeah, Pony.
All
I'm
I can
sure
tell
we
you
have
is
to-
I did not change the font size.
Listen, you could be. What if you're vindicated and just that you will let me?
It'll never happen.
Yes, you. I mean, if I produce something that is actually the same size, you can. You know, this is going to be a great Friday
Evidence.
for you. But you're also not saying that I'm wrong here. So it's just a question of I'm really doing this to show you that I'm not pulling this completely out.
That you're
I
not
understand.
crazy.
I
That I'm not
understand.
insane.
You're not crazy.
No.
I'm not crazy.
This is an exercise
Although-
in sanity.
Although I am still reeling after that game because I get so obsessed with the Red Sox. We've got birthdays coming up on Friday. We normally do these on Thursday, but we're going to do them on Friday today.
Maybe they shrunk because we kept them for an extra day.
Well, you said something
In the
like
dryer.
you didn't have as many, and you do. You have. It's
No,
just,
it's full. There is a lot of birthdays,
Oh,
and
there
because there are so many birthdays, I changed the you open a window to type into, right? And I changed the
Following.
size of it to make it fit. And
Type.
this is definitely 2 full pages of birthdays
Yes.
as we normally have.
No,
we
I see
limit
what you're
ourselves
doing.
to 2 pages.
That text. Let me look at that text.
It's not bad size text. It's absolutely
font,
readable.
24 font Georgia.
Yeah, all
Oh,
caps.
I know I put a banana.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I know I put a banana peel. You know.
Yeah, this kind of looks like 24 font Georgia.
Point.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks good, Mike. I'm
I
on
got a
Rob's
birthday.
team.
You have a birthday sheet?
I got a birthday.
Okay,
sheet.
okay.
Ah! I got a birthday.
Oh my
sheet.
God, he dug into the trash like a dog. Mm-hmm. Just ripped that bag open.
How does it look?
All right.
There it is.
Mike, I apologize.
Oh my God, you were right.
Yes.
Oh wow.
No, but I mean it's a little detail,
You
but it's a
did, yeah.
detail, and it's really easy on the eye when
Yeah.
I read this.
Tell you
and
what, let me
this
have that
is
old
like-
birthday so I can go and make it right.
Yeah. Is it bold? I think it's bold.
No.
What-
it says bold where it's optional letter of the
Thank
week.
you, Pony.
Yeah, Pony.
All right.
You're a dear heart for doing that for me.
That's
And
a
incidentally,
win in the Mike column.
Note to self: banana peel does never goes in this room.
Oh, we should never throw away perishable
Oh,
garbage
my God.
in here.
I
Yeah.
did that. All right, let's start the birthday, shall we?
Yeah.
Let us begin with Iowa's own Mark Anthony Owen. Mark Anthony Owen.
Sounds like an old newscaster, doesn't it?
He turned 52 this week, and even though his initials spell Mao, he loved birthday greetings from one of the greatest spokesmen of freedom in history, Mike's pinky finger. Yes. We will conquer the font. We will make the letters larger. We will make it easier to read. We will celebrate Mark Anthony Owen. We will defeat the Han. And I have no idea why I do that with my pinky finger.
It really sort of happened by accident, I think.
We will never surrender. Thank you very much, and happy birthday, Mark. Is there anything greater than a 21st birthday?
Is there?
Oh, God.
Those
I hear
days.
that name, and I think wistfully about that.
Yeah.
21. Yes, there is. It's a 21st birthday greeting from Jack Cassidy.
See, isn't that better?
Yeah, Ben Grabba. Oh, I'm sorry, Graba. It rhymes with Faber, where they say, knowledge is good. Hi there. Hey, Ben, what are you planning to do? Go out and drink some shots at a local bar?
Any chance he'll throw up after his 21st birthday?
Well,
Jack?
I certainly hope so. If you don't go right to the wall of alcohol poisoning on your 21st, well, my boy, you're not doing your level best.
Jack, did you throw up on your 21st birthday?
Oh, I did. I certainly did.
Did it have to do with that story about Rod Stewart?
No, but I didn't throw. Here's the thing, Rob. We might as well get really dirty for Friday's show.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't throw up alcohol.
No.
I threw something else
Guys,
up.
of course. That was
Due to
before,
overindulgence.
it was before Shirley.
Jack Cassidy.
Thank you, Jackson.
All right, you handsome young buck. Our TMOS name of the week, Justin Record.
Isn't that a great name?
Oh.
No, he's not a DJ. His wife, Melissa, has a birthday soon as well as their first anniversary. All right, hold on. Our TMOS name of the week, Justin Record. No, he's not a DJ. His wife, Melissa, has a birthday soon as well as their first anniversary. Okay, so as I read this, is it Justin's birthday, Melissa's birthday, or is it their anniversary, or did they just throw it all together?
It's 2 birthdays and an anniversary, which seems to happen occasionally in the mailbag.
All right, can Sex Boy offer some advice to this wonderful couple? All right. Hello? Are we on? Sorry. Back after a couple of days. Hello?
Oh, does it need a reset?
Well, no, it's on. Hold on.
It's on.
Let me see if it's plugged. It's all plugged in, but I'll...
Maybe
I'll
Sex Boy.
I'll turn it off again.
That sometimes I get confused.
Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get the...
You see, the thing about Sex Boy, Oscar, he's a kid, but he knows all about sex, although he doesn't do sex.
He's got quite the voice.
He does.
Right.
Big voice for a 12-year-old. I
Quite
think
the
he's...
voice.
Is he 12?
Jesus, guys, great patty.
Well, with Oscar here, how can you go wrong? Oscar's
I'm really
great
not
quote,
helping him.
hey, look who's here. Is it Sex
Weird.
Boy?
It's Sex Boy.
Fear not.
Hi, Sex Boy.
Sex Boy's here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Sex Boy,
Yeah.
I want to go off the script.
Sex Boy.
Do you have any tips for Oscar on how to pad during a radio show?
Yeah, you just don't have to necessarily talk about the bit coming up. Just talk about anything. Doesn't have to be relatable. You know
Duly
what I
noted.
mean?
Duly noted, Sex Boy.
That's the way I do it. Sex Boy out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sex Boy.
All right. Yeah, here we go. Guess what about Kelly Moore Robinson?
What?
Guess what about Kelly Moore Robinson?
What?
She is the single solitary female that thinks Oscar's misogyny is funny.
Oh, wow.
She will be
This is
spending her birthday with her husband with steak and Pinot Noir. Oh. All right. She will not drink Merlot. I am not drinking Merlot. And then a trip to Pound Town.
Solid.
She likes you, pal.
Nice.
Can Oscar please favor her with a hey now?
Hey now. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Worth it.
And now we turn to Iowa's own Jackson Rauscher, or Rauscher.
Rauscher, I think.
He is 9 today. Jackson Rauscher is 9, and he's saving both cake and ice cream for Charlie. So I bet Charlie is excited. Well, you'll have to ask Charlie. Charlie, you excited?
Not particularly.
Hey, what's wrong with my... Oh, see you later.
That's all he had to say. I don't know
Thought
what
we
that
had
is,
more
but-
time with him.
Okay. Michael Nihus. Boy. Michael Nihus?
I don't know.
Niehaus?
Niehues. Okay, listen, dude.
Niehaus?
Americanize, okay?
Yeah.
Michael Smith
Nelson.
is now nifty. Michael Nelson. That's it. Michael Nihus. Michael Nihus is now a nifty 50. Please say hi to him on the show. Hi to him.
Yeah, you know what? When they offer me a name like that with no pronouncer offered and really nothing, content, sometimes
Right.
I like to sort of underscore the lameness of it.
Happy 50.
Hi
Thanks,
to him.
Mike.
Will Knapp is about to turn 40, and he'd like to hear Mike order 10 perfect polys on Amazon. Yes, what I'd like to do is call the Amazon page at MikeOmerica.com. You get 10, like 10 perfect poly parakeets. So that means you'd have to go to another store.
Another website.
All right. Anyway.
My favorite letter of the week.
Bit of the month, isn't it? That's the bit of the fall.
It is.
Can cousin Luigi Berlusconi please say happy birthday to John Cooper? John is 23, and he's a good boy.
Hey, how you doing? I don't understand why a guy with a waspy name like John Cooper would want to have, cousin Luigi say, happy birthday. Hope you get some good vagolino.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Fun.
A.J. Peterman is turning 11. Oh, lots of little guys today.
Yeah.
He loves Rob's laugh, Oscar's boo, Mike's ranting, and Elvis.
Pretty good. And here's something I had put a little something for AJ.
Hi, this is Elvis Presley. I sure appreciate your listening to my RCA Victor records, and I'd like to thank all the disc jockeys for playing them.
You know what? You just got a real treat there, A.J. Peterman.
Peterman!
And make sure you have your father and mother out in front of the school on Friday because it's your birthday.
Why'd you kick me? Where's your brain?
Grant Gitson. Right. Now, that's a DJ name. Mm-hmm. It's the Grant Gitson get-together.
Sure.
He's one of those guys who wears a wool stocking cap in his Facebook profile picture.
I wrote this one.
Hey, Grant Gitson, yo, bitch. In addition, Grant is sporting quite a fancy hipster beard. Rob likes you.
I do.
He loves the podcast and says it would be super cool to get a birthday shout out from Oscar or something. You are on a roll, my friend.
Jeez.
Huh?
His name's Rob?
No, Grant.
Oh,
Grant
geez,
Gritson.
I wasn't paying attention.
This is what you know what I call this? I call this second day after Bender. I know it when I walk into the studio.
Happy birthday, Grant!
Thank you.
Worth it.
Double shot. Happy birthday and happy anniversary to Monty Eskew. Does Dick Queasy still honor his birthday club cards? Well, hello there. I'd like to say happy birthday to Monty Eskew, and, unfortunately, I would love to honor all our gift cards, but we've had a bit of a rough summer.
How come?
Unfortunately, they have some standards where a lot of these restaurants are sealing up and boxing up their trash and sending it to some sort of landfill, and they don't just throw it in the dumpster like we used to, and so Dick Queasy had a dearth of seafood this year.
So you don't do the birthday card anymore?
Unfortunately, if he wants to come in and get tonight's scallop night,
Oh, good.
discarded scallop night, but he will have to pay the full price.
Do you still have the motto?
Yes.
Shiniest scallops in town?
The shiniest scallops in town. That's right. And he will get a candle with a used cupcake if he comes in.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's right. You know, if you turn him the right way and you get him in the photograph, you don't see that the bite's been taken out. Kira Schuster and Mike Scheinberg have an anniversary this week. They say that TMOS has made them better people, and they would like to have an anniversary dinner that features meatloaf.
Oh, yes.
Rob has a tape.
I do. This was actually recorded live at the Wolf Trap Amphitheater
Is this meatloaf falling again?
2 summers ago.
Okay.
Here's Meatloaf live in concert.
Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it.
I love that one.
I never get tired
We're
of
told
that.
he's doing well.
Stephanie Larson would like to hear Donald Trump say, "Hi, Rob," and to wish her husband, Scott Mora, a happy 42nd birthday. Scott is now the age that Elvis was when he died. Is that you?
I love that. Anytime anyone turns 42, I like to bring that up.
Well, I just want to say Scott Mora is good, fantastic, talented, successful, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Both 57-year-old Jim Sandville and 11-year-old Bella Whittle.
Bella.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a busy week.
They love it when Frankie comes by. Jesus.
Here we go.
Well, don't complain, man. I mean, you know. This, of course, is Frankie, Mike's Chihuahua, who cheated death over the summer when he went against a bald eagle, remember?
Yeah, remember that. He almost
I
died.
was looking for helium, and I can't find the helium sound effect. I try all the time, but it's like
They don't make those machines the right way.
No, well,
let me tell you,
it's not designed.
it's not designed.
Maybe Frankie's not around.
No, I want to do Frankie.
It's 24.
It's the most common one that I use,
Right.
And it doesn't.
No. Easy
Sorry,
does it.
Frankie can't be here today.
No.
Frankie is
Swear to God,
passed.
I get so mad at that machine.
24.5.
Well, we'll have a bit of Frankie news on the show today, so sorry he wasn't here. I'll try to find him later. But, there's a new product that Carla doesn't want me to buy, but I'm thinking about buying for Frankie.
Wow.
We'll talk about that later.
It's called Ryson.
Keith Arney has been listening to us forever. In celebration of his impending birthday, he would love to have some birthday remarks from Mr. Garrison Keeler.
I'd just like to say, dear Keith Harvey, celebrating a birthday today. So happy that it's going to come by. Keith's a very nice guy. Listen to the Michael Mara Show, and love that. I don't see your name and number here. Where's the birth? Are you 50, 30, 25? Well, have some Mrs. B. What's the biscuit?
It was Mother Cooper.
Mother Cooper's biscuits.
Just made it up.
Mother Cooper's biscuits. It's Mother Jones, isn't it, Mother Jones?
Hey, Garrison, will you entertain a question?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Ain't you dead yet?
I have the face of a pug. All right. Feverishly devoted P1 and occasional Americast contributor Will Johnson has a big birthday coming up. He's 110,000 in binary. He's 48 in decimal, and now all nerds rejoice in unison for that birthday greeting.
It's really not funny.
Jesus.
Someone's laughing.
Did you do that yourself?
No.
Okay, and now...
Just transcribed it, Uncle Mike.
And now everyone's favorite duckboat captain Morgan Freeman will offer advice on newborn baby care to birthday boy Thomas Hodiak. Well, right now you're probably scratching yourself with your brand new fingernails, and your mommy and daddy are putting those little baby mittens all over you. But I will tell you, at a certain point you will grow up. And when you grow up and become a man, compromise. Listen to the other side. Understand everybody else's point of view. Be kind to others. Do to them what you would have them do to you. That is what we refer to as the golden rule, birthday boy Thomas Hodiak.
How are things on the duck boat?
Well, unfortunately, we had some school children that came out, and I said, as opposed to giving my usual spiel, I would just hand them a flyer that had some instructions on it, and I realized that they weren't looking at it, and they didn't seem to understand it.
What happened?
Well, I said, why? I put it right down there on paper, and you're not following the instructions. You know what that means?
What?
That means they can hardly read! That's a long way to go with that.
I saw it coming.
Happy belated birthday to Will Heffling. Can Rob please run out and get him a cake? Will needs a cake,
Yeah,
Rob.
I'll be right back. Thank you.
There you go. All hail Emily. You've got the spirit of it tonight.
Yeah.
All hail Emily Zalewski.
Right.
She and her fiance Andrew Schramm.
Right, Schramm.
Jesus Christ. Emily Zalewski and Andrew Schramm. All right. Peg and Mary. How about names like that? My God.
Nelson.
They both have October birthdays, and they will be getting hitched on November 2nd.
Oh,
Yay!
cool.
Sorry, Emily. Sorry, Andrew. Will you please talk up a record in honor of this tremendous trifecta of events?
You feel like it?
Sure.
Okay.
WDRC Hartford.
Fall leaves blowing with Emily and fiance Andrew. Matrimony is in the air as well. That's right, a big birthday coming up this fall to Emily and her fiance Andrew Schramm. Have a fabulous birthday weekend. All right. Incidentally, for the live show,
Yeah.
a bit added to the live show.
Yes.
It's Talk Up Records Subject Theater. I haven't really come up with a name.
I love it.
From the audience, we will take probably that song.
Right.
And I will be taking random subjects from the audience
awesome.
and talking up records.
Can other people participate?
100%.
Yes!
If it's just me, I'm not going to have any fun doing that.
Because, a lot of people don't know Oscar is a great disc jockey.
That's wonderful. Rick Drace just turned 57, and he says the only thing he has to look forward to are old age, senility, and our show. The good news about this is once senility hits, even the best of shows will seem fresh and new.
I think we're too late for the letter of the
week.
We are too late. We have to start the show. Thank you all for your cards and letters. Keep them coming, please.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Huh? I am not a bum. I'm a jerk. I once had wealth, power, and the love of a beautiful woman. Now, I only have two things. My friends and my thermos. Huh? My story? Okay. It was never easy for me. I was born a poor black child. I remember the days sitting on the porch with my family, singing and dancing down in Mississippi.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
We're live from Studio 1K in the Pfeifferplex Broadcast Center. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We're downloaded worldwide over 20 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102.9 FM WTNT in Washington, D.C., and the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today's show is brought to you by LegalZoom. Zoom!
It's very fast.
That's the way. I'm sorry. Now, I realize this is a wonderful business, and they take their work very seriously. My God, they do wills, incorporate people. They do LLCs. They do all that. And they probably don't like the fact that Mr. Disc Jockey over here is calling them LegalZoom.
I don't know. I think you're probably bringing their name down to the level of our listeners.
All right. LegalZoom.
Zoom.
There are two reasons why now is the perfect time to start your business. Reason number one, the economy is picking up. Thank God. They got their act together in Washington, D.C., and the government is not being shut down, which means people are breathing a sigh of relief for now. So the longer you delay, your potential success is waiting for you. So don't do that. Get started right now. Reason number two, you can incorporate your business or form an LLC at LegalZoom.com for just $99. LegalZoom's online process guides you step by step, and you get total customer support. It couldn't be much easier. LegalZoom provides self-help services at your specific direction, and you can connect to an attorney, but they're not a law firm. So you are going to save a pile of money, Mr. Man. Don't wait on the sidelines while others are taking charge of their futures. Now is the best time to get in the game and launch your business. Don't put this off. For incorporation, trademarks, patents, and more, just go to LegalZoom.com right now. That's LegalZoom!
They should also go. If we want to get credit, they go through the banner on our site.
That's the easiest way to do it. You're
Please
there anyway.
do. Yes, LegalZoom, and we welcome them as a new advertiser on the Mike O'Mara Show. It's good to be back, and thank you for holding down the fort. And really, one of the nice things that the three of us do is that if Oscar's got a business thing up in New York, or I've got a personal thing down in Williamsburg, I said to Rob, we owe Rob a day, because Rob's been in here all week holding down the fort. And,
busting
really
rocks.
Much appreciated to do that, and it's nice to be back on the show.
Great to have you back. You know, the show is like a souffle. All the ingredients are delicious, but it never is really just right unless you're all here.
That is so very, very gay.
Yes, it is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Welcome
that's
to our
wonderful.
gay souffle.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
No.
I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Right.
I think really, I look back on my life and I say, if I'd had that proclivity, maybe my life could have been a little better.
Yeah, maybe we could have more interns.
Maybe I'd be, maybe I would be thinner, more fashion conscious, and I'd have, I'd have a television show.
Do you think
That's the way I look at it.
Do you think that would change your
I'd be hosting the Tonys, the Oscars, the Emmys. I'd be, who's that three-name guy?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick
You'd
Harris.
be Mike Patrick O'Mara.
I'd be wearing suits that my daughters at 16 wouldn't be able to fit into.
Do you really think
I'd
it would
be Neil
change
Patrick Harris with my 14-inch waist.
Would it change your weight, though?
My skinny tie, my skinny lapel, my skinny.
Because you could be like the guy on Modern Family. You could still be a larger gay guy.
You mean a Cam?
Yeah, you could be
you
Cam.
could totally be Cam if you wanted to.
No, but Cam's a character. I mean, I'm talking about the real...
Tell me about it.
I'm talking about the real... No, I'm not going to begrudge the gay community in Hollywood.
Right.
You have... But it seems to me that slight men, diminutive men, pixie-like men, have taken the world over. I get, I read a lot of these magazines.
Yes.
And I get Men's Health, I get Esquire, I get GQ, and at my size, there is nothing for me.
You're
There
right.
is nothing fashion for me.
And
I have
I'm
been
all for
thrown
weight
away.
loss. I am all for weight loss, but when you become so skinny that your head becomes to appear oversized,
yes,
this is a problem. Bryan Cranston has this problem.
But Bryan Cranston is, I think, by nature, a thin, slight
But he
man.
wasn't that thin on Malcolm in the Middle.
And he lost the weight for the role of Walter White, so
That's
I got to
right.
give him credit. But I'm talking about who is the guy, How I Met Your Mother, then all these other sitcoms, and these guys come out, every cast member on Saturday Night Live now.
Yes.
They are waif-like. They're not funny.
That's right.
Because they don't.
They fired Bill Hader for being too fat.
They don't. They don't. At least Bill Hader was unique.
Yeah. Well, he was of the right size.
You know,
he was proportionate.
Because my my DVR screwed up, I didn't get a chance to watch the first 2 episodes of Saturday Night Live. Rob gave me full warning, and he was so spot on.
Yep.
That their misuse of Bruce Willis on Saturday Night
You got
Live.
one of the most naturally funny people in Hollywood, and they just used him wrong.
How? I mean, that great tradition. Sometimes I realize it's a lot of pressure to do that much live television, especially sketch comedy where you're writing that stuff. How in the name of God, though, with the resources and the money and the makeup and the time that they have and the scenarios that they have, how do they produce that crap and call it funny? It's such an insult. Look, I grew up, I mention it all the time. This is my old, this is my comment about that my parents probably would have made about music.
Right.
I make it about comedy. You go back and you watch Saturday Night Live from the 1970s.
When it was just simple.
And you had unusual, strange-looking people. You didn't have generic people.
You're right.
That are only as good as their makeup. And every week there was at least 1 or 2.
Something.
Pretty much guaranteed something that was going to be spectacularly funny.
Right.
You know, and now it's just, when they're all pretty.
Very pretty.
They're all oh, God. And is he used like a toilet? Is he used? And he does one character. He does one character.
Yeah,
he does one character like this. All the time like this. Everything he does is like that.
There are a lot of people that go through that show and never give us anything worthwhile. At least he gave us that talk show
You will
segment.
always defend that guy.
I love that segment.
You mean, the music show?
Yeah. What is it?
See, you don't remember. You know why you don't remember it? Because it's not memorable. You can't, no, don't look at it. You can't pull it. You can't pull it.
I can almost say it's What's Up With That is what it's called.
That's the song he sings.
No, but that's the name of the show.
But it's just, I mean, how many times do they go to the well? I remember, it was appointment television, and I just watch it. I'd love it to be great.
Yeah, that's what
I'd
you
love
want.
it to be great. And it's so, I suppose since the original cast with Dan Aykroyd and Gilda Radner and those people, they probably have had individuals that have, risen to greatness, but, now...
It's DeAndre Cole.
Okay.
It's so funny.
You know what it is?
But it is also 5 years ago.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I believe that, it's harder for the new cast. Out of the 80s, and really in the early 90s.
Well, the whole ship bailed, didn't they?
You have to kind of tell the same joke, because only, comics always say that the same joke is told just in different ways.
Right.
So you have to tell the same joke over and over again.
But that's not fair to say, because this is the first time in the history of the show, it's going on 40 years now, that we had a government shutdown. That's enough for 5 segments right there.
Right.
And they did very little with it.
Okay.
Current events are always current, and they always have that. That's what should drive that show.
You take the, the stars of the day. You take what everybody's talking about. You know what? I'm going to give props to your guy. Jimmy Fallon would be a great example of that. Jimmy Kimmel is an example.
Yeah.
They take what's happening in the news and they run with it. I mean, Jimmy Fallon has pretty much the gold standard Breaking Bad parody that's viral online now from his show when he did this thing on Walter White. And it really wasn't that great, but it was so beautifully timely and topical.
Yeah.
And, you saw the old joke coming with Jay Leno about 60 miles away.
Yeah.
But it really, I want it to they better. I really want that show to be better. It's so self-congratulatory.
Yep.
They think that they're done, and
They want props for showing up. That's what they want, and it's make me laugh.
It's very, very frustrating. But I like my live TV anyway, because right now I'm in the middle of graying and aging and just asking myself some questions. Why do I care so much about a sporting event?
Oh, dear.
I mean, why am I sitting there? And
Did you break down last night's game, or did you watch in separate rooms?
And we must break.
Okay, I'll tell you all about
Where
when I
was
come
your
back.
son?
But the Mrs. O'Mara was exhausted.
Oh, wow.
Mrs. O'Mara was exhausted after this week with me. She retired early. This was not even watching the game in separate bedrooms. This was going to bed.
She retired
She
early.
retired. The king and Mrs. O'Mara have retired to the bedchamber. We'll come back. I'll tell you all about last night. We'll also talk about a new product that I'm thinking about buying for the hound dog, the little one, when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I got a wonderful message from Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy writes me, hey, how about the Sox? I just got through watching my first players this week on NFL Network. He wrote me last night.
Okay.
Seattle got me off to a good start this week with 54-plus points.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have the right QBs last week. I'm hoping for a strong comeback this week. He's talking about FanDuel.
Of course, FanDuel.com.
The 1 week fantasy football leagues for real money. I'm hoping for a strong comeback this week as I have mixed up my teams and have started playing in leagues with 20 or less entries. There's so many different combinations on FanDuel.com, and I love reading all your messages about how you're doing. As I look back through the previous weeks in which I have a profit of over $275.
Wow, could he be your general manager?
Like, buddy, hook up with me. I want you to be my
buddy.
GM. I have never watched NFL football in the past 10 to 15 years. That's amazing.
Oh, wow.
This gives you a whole new way to enjoy the sport again. That's a sidelight of FanDuel. If you go to FanDuel.com, they are paying out this year over $135 million, and I'm on FanDuel every single week. I'm not having the success that Buddy is having, but you can get involved with immediate weekly cash payouts with no waiting, no upfront fees, and no season-long commitments. You can play 1 week or every week, and win. Is the general manager coming into work today?
He should be here by now.
Oh, Josh, are you here? Josh Murphy.
Here he is. You see him running. Here I'm running. There you go.
Here's
to the mic. Right to the mic. Yeah,
all right, let's discuss, since we're doing, and this is great. I'm able to accomplish a commercial and take care of my own personal business on the show. Okay, so what are the plans for this week? Did we draft anybody before Thursday?
No, we were going to wait and do it today. But a poo from The Simpsons hit me from behind on my way here. I'm fine. But
a boo from The Simpsons hit you?
Well, I think. Oh my god. Yeah, very mysterious fender bender.
You know, I've seen your car. He did over $400 in improvements.
You already said.
Yes.
A very mysterious fender bender.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's very funny. You got a little fender bender?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine, though.
Any damage?
No one cares.
No, I'm in the big truck, so.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
his car was pretty messed up.
Then, we didn't draft for Thursday, but we can draft for the weekend.
Sunday
games.
Mm-hmm.
You take it away.
All right.
You knock it out of the park. Can you just tell me who you're planning on drafting for quarterback this week?
You want to go elite this week? We can.
You tell me what you. I don't want to go with that Terrell Pryor
You don't
from
want Pryor?
Mike, you know what you were
Oakland.
saying on Wednesday?
What?
You were saying you're going to save money on quarterback and blow it all on running backs this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, any thoughts? Do you have any thoughts?
Well, that's what he said on Wednesday.
Strong thoughts this week?
I have a strong feeling about Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
I do.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
All right, go for it. There you go. There's
Thank
We're not going to give our whole team away.
Of course
We
not.
don't want people stealing.
No one else knows the secret.
We don't. Don't steal. Go to FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. Here's the special. First 200 listeners to sign up will have their deposit matched up to $200.
Our new FanDuel music?
Yes. Up to $200. But you have to enter the code TMOS when you sign up. FanDuel, FanDuel.com. And go to the webpage. You'll see them there. It's TMOS. That's the code. Thank you. All right. So where was I? Baseball.
Yeah. You said that the child and the missus retired to the bedchambers early.
Yes, they did.
Can you
Carla's exhausted. She's totally exhausted.
You have to lay out for maybe not a non-baseball fan what's going on right now and what's at stake.
We are in the American League Championship Series. The winner of the ALCS, as it's called, will advance to the World Series to play the winner of the National League, St. Louis and Los Angeles. And then the winner of that series will become...
Will become...
What will they become?
They'll become Frankie. What will they become?
Aren't you glad you didn't throw that thing already?
Yeah, because it's coming in handy.
Champion of the world! Yeah! So anyway, that's the way it goes. And I thought that in 2004 rather, after an 80-year wait, that tension was, going to be over. You just waited so long. You got so close. It meant so much to your departed father. It was such a part of your family. Yeah. It was a team of memory. Rooting for this team was part of my family's culture. It was wonderful. And you would think, okay, we got the big one, and it went away. Then 2007, they won it again, like right away.
More than you hoped for in a lifetime.
Absolutely. And so, then years passed, and then because they really were so bad, and they did so many horrible things, like this incredible collapse in the late season. You got interested again because Red Sox fans are ultimately fatalistic.
Well, this is, before we proceed with this conversation, remember,
what
you're
happened
the guy
at the beginning of the show? My God.
You're the guy that gave up on this team in June of this year.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but I didn't give up on him.
Oscar?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, F you guys.
It's
true.
He's right. I didn't want to bring it up.
I watched every game. I watched every game in July and August. We'll be right back, you asses. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
The quote was, "I'm done."
Yeah, I'm done. Something along those lines.
This portion of the program is brought to you by eVoice.
Yes.
If you're an entrepreneur, when your phone rings, business is on the line. We all know that.
Of course.
We run a small business here, and, it's tough because, businesses in many cases have large staffs to handle telephone calls.
We don't even have a staff to handle our fantasy football.
eVoice is the bomb. I mean it. It is a simple technology that makes sure every customer call is handled properly so you never leave money on the table.
It's very important.
It's really terrific. How do you do it? You just take your cell phone out of your pocket. I am not kidding you. It is that easy. If you're now looking at your receptionist and your business phone system in your own cell phone, it's that easy. eVoice gives you a toll-free or local number that routes calls to anywhere you are. This easy-to-use technology could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. And all you have to do is go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the eVoice banner. Customers are hard to get. Don't lose one just because they called you after hours. You can set this up, Oscar, any way you want.
Absolutely.
It's that user-friendly.
We mentioned this briefly yesterday, that if you run a small business on the side from your regular job, a lot of people have 2 jobs now, right?
Yeah.
Or they want to start their own business, and you want to put your best foot forward to show that you're a reputable company, and when your clients call you or your customers call you, they'll have a nice address to them. Like they'll get a nice phone system answering that a big company would have at small dollars.
Like, you know what? Even if it's something as simple as if you sell eBay on the side and you want to put a phone number up on or your eBay store,
and you don't want to be bothered with,
but you don't want to. They don't want them calling your house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs are now using eVoice to enhance their image, work faster, and make more money. You get all the benefits of an expensive commercial phone system starting. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
I'm not lying. $10 per month. Plus, you can get a free 30-day trial. Try it. See how you like it. For people that work out of their homes, like Tab Patterson Chihuahua Repair.
That's right. And if you've ever had a broken Chihuahua,
go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the eVoice banner. That's our website, MikeO'MaraShow.com, and click the eVoice banner, and thank you very much for that. Okay, so I was talking about being a Red Sox fan, and you guys, excuse me, I didn't know why I hit that.
I think it's kind of telling.
You're in the bathroom?
That was a tape of Mike giving up on the Red Sox last June.
I never did, really, though. I mean,
Pony?
Listen, hold on. My wife has said that I say, I'm done. I say that 70 times a game.
Yeah, but you know what? This
was
was one that made the hot sheet for the show.
Okay.
You were really done in June.
But I didn't. I lied.
Well, and then I believe we also said that.
Because I watched them in July and August, and I care, and now I'm suffering with
back
them.
in.
And last night was people will write things. You talk about first world problems. People will write things on social networking sites that are just we're not suffering. We're watching a diversion. We're watching something that is supposed to give us pleasure. The actual thrill of competition is something we are doing for ourselves that is pleasurable. When I wrote torture, I was so embarrassed that I wrote that.
When will you get pleasure from this, though? I mean, if they make it to the World Series,
I get pleasure. I'm looking for
but it was torture last night.
Yeah, but it is for the moment because you want your team to win so badly. But the whole process is fun. I mean, you really look forward to it. I love the fact that I don't know. It's like trying to explain why anybody is a sports fan. There's probably not enough personal satisfaction in their own lives.
No, it's not that.
It's something you're feeling a void.
I think it's not so much a void. It's not a void. What it is, it's a part of your life. It's always been there. It's not a void, but it's definitely a part of what makes you.
It's also the camaraderie. You're watching with your friends.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sitting in. I watch one game with my friends.
Most people watch
this week.
with their friends.
Well, you're watching virtually.
I watch in a room alone.
You're watching virtually with all your friends, which I like to call Red Sox Nation.
Well, last night had about a 100 comment thread going on Facebook and was going back and forth with people. And the one guy that was just like, "When are you and Don getting back together?" It's like, this is a baseball thread.
The amazing thing is the guy who wrote that was Carl Yastrzemski. Do you want to hear them win the game last night?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Ninth pitch of this at bat. Popped up. And with this, Sox win Game 5. And O'Hara with a 5-out save. What a game. What a series this has been.
All right, shut up, Joe. I would like to, they're starting to wear on me, especially Tim McCarver. There is a popular sentiment among Red Sox fans, and I think this is for any fans. The fact is that both Joe Buck and Tim McCarver both would love to see the Red Sox lose. And Tim McCarver, because he played on the St. Louis Cardinals, and they played us in the World Series years and years and years ago. So there's you just get tired of hearing these.
But the
guys
network
flip their
has
gums.
the network has to want Boston to win because it would be big numbers for the series.
Well,
right?
the network wants to see great competition,
and they want to
that's
see
right.
7 games.
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
100%.
okay.
I'd like to thank the relievers for the Boston Red Sox, though. The relief corps for the inscrutable relief corps for the Boston Red Sox have been carrying their asses all season long.
Gee,
And,
Pop, you're on the mound now.
Uehara and Tazawa,
Yes.
or Taz as they like to call him, and they give you little heart attacks there. Except they pitch beautiful.
Is it true what I read this morning that between innings they solve crimes?
Jesus, no, that is not.
That's
true.
not true.
No,
you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
Fun to watch, though.
They are doing a wonderful, wonderful job.
It's fun, not necessarily for you, because you look at you actually the way that you consume the sport. It's different.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's different.
No,
for
it's
other
not
people.
stupid.
I don't physically last night. The last 4 innings of that game, I did not like the way I felt physically. I was
Describe
literally,
it.
I had a knot in my stomach.
Illness?
I was just sitting, just like sitting there going, and watching the game sober is quite a challenge for me.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I watched most of the game sober.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
You're absolutely right.
Because you know what? A small medicinal cocktail will help relax all muscles, including stomach muscles.
And would that I could do that.
It's true.
Would that I could grab a small medicinal cocktail.
I didn't said small. I just said one medicinal cocktail. I didn't determine the size of the glass.
When I have a small medicinal cocktail,
Yes.
a little door opens up in my brain and goes like this, goes, another. It's like a Broadway musical where everybody's like bending from the waist on the stage going, have another. And so
all the chorus boys from Oklahoma. Those are the people responsible for Mike's alcoholism.
He's drinking. He's doing it. It's like Waiting for Government. Drinking and getting even drunker. He's drinking and getting even drunker. He wants a beer. Get another whiskey. How about a Grand Marnier? Have another beer. Have another drink. Get drunk, Mike O'Mara. But it's an entire Broadway musical up in my brain going, now he's falling down the stairs. He's yelling at his friends. He's going on an apology tour in the morning. He's totally out of control. La, 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 la. Yeah, anyway. So,
but they won despite that.
They won despite, and they will play
next game
Saturday.
All right,
it's like 4 o'clock, right?
Either 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock. It's either a night game or an afternoon game. That depends on the outcome of the St. Louis Cardinals, Los Angeles Dodgers.
Dodgers,
and I'd like to thank RJ for coming by the house the other night and watching the game with Jimmy. Thanks for being 1.5 hours late, RJ. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure having you to my home for an 8 o'clock game when you arrive at 9:30.
Wow.
And everybody's like wondering whether you're dead. Thank you.
Which turned out to be the case. He was just late, but alive.
Brain function was questionable, I believe. Yes.
And then he began to dominate the conversation?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's your superstition?
Wearing his Dodger outfit. He came walking in wearing his Dodger. He had a Dodger shirt, a Dodger jacket on.
Now, when he walked in, did you say, look, it's Fernando Valenzuela?
All I know is Randall Dewey, my guitar player, is a diehard Yankee fan, and just absolutely, just the whole thing of the Red Sox are women with their beards.
Yes.
That was going on, and then his
what kind
first
of women does he hang out with?
No, it's just just going, oh, look at those. I can't really repeat the language that was
Of
used
course.
to describe my Red Sox, but that's the joy that Randall and I have watching the game. And then his comment to RJ when he watched it, RJ, I thought you were a Tampa fan. So, that's the way it went. Yeah.
What's your superstition when you watch a game now? Do you sit and say, do you have to do something? I know you're superstitious.
No, because those, I'm, believe it or not, with the knot in my stomach and everything else, I'm still calmer than I used to be, and I don't know how I survived in the old days. I mean, I really was it was so much more important to me. It represented things to me like my father and all these
Your
things
upbringing,
now.
as I said, it's part of you.
Yeah, it's part of the documentary says the Red Sox are a team of memory. But the recent memory for Red Sox, you've got a lot of kids that don't know what it is to lose.
True.
That don't know what it's like to have Bucky Dent hit a home run over the Green Monster or Bill Buckner let a ball go between his legs. It's really different. But it's fun, and we'll see what happens. So that's what I'm living. Had a nice little thread. Want to thank Barb Moody. Barb Moody was on my thread last night. Barb, you're a good egg. You're a good egg, Barb Moody. It was torturing you as much as it was torturing me, Barb Moody.
I meant to bring this up to you before the show, but since you brought up Barb Moody, I believe that Pony has an announcement regarding Americon that you will find very fascinating.
Oh, really? Okay, let me hear. What's going on?
I'm taking Barb Moody.
No. Hold on, play yourself. My pony boy.
So I'm excited to say that I will be going to Americon with their daughter. It's going to be a blast.
Interesting. You're taking the Moody's daughter?
That's right.
Chuck and Barb's daughter?
After all the prelimination and all of the applications that poured in,
wow,
he has chosen the Moody's for his evening of fun.
Hey, I have a question about Americon.
Yeah.
Did we say that we would be in the bathrooms only if we sold out
the entire place?
The entire place, not the lower level.
No,
we're not going to sell out the upper level
unless they try really hard. You know what? If they did sell out, it would be fun.
Do you think to be stand-up guys, if we sell out the lower level, that we should be in the bathrooms?
We can address this.
Yeah, well,
but that's not what we offered.
A team meeting about.
All right,
that.
now you and Chad often talk about your ticket sales,
yes,
and how you struggle with your ticket sales after your initial big events,
yes.
And then people in this area, it's not the shiny new countertop.
Right.
Although our show is going to be so new and so innovative that anybody that's missing it in this market is missing something terribly.
That's right.
My question to you: what are your strategies? And I say this for all of our listeners to hear.
Right.
For the last second, we are less than a month now from Americon 2013. What are our strategies to fill that lower level up? We are over 500 seats now.
Well over,
and
yeah.
I want to get that. First of all, I want to hit that 600 number.
Mike, we are at 551 as of today.
Oh, so we sold a few more.
Yeah.
Oh, so it is doing just what you said.
Yes.
That it's just going to be neat as we get closer.
And the government got back on track, so people said, you know what, I can't afford the $25.
So do you think President Obama will be there?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So we'll have a decision to make, like if we get to 600 within a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we'll probably have to open up the. I guess I should stop bitching.
Please.
Okay.
I'm sure.
But I really
fine.
haven't bitched that much.
No,
you've been great. But the fact is, we promised if we sold out the venue, the entire place, that's when we do bathroom duty. If you'll pardon the phrase.
All right, I'm going to stand by that one.
That's
too.
right.
Because if we don't sell the upper level off,
right.
I want to make sure that I'm not. I'll be raggy if I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And also, what about you?
This is terrible though, because I have to be completely honest. I am not looking forward to it now.
What?
The show? I'm really the show I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to being in the bathroom before the show.
Well,
but I don't want to root against the 800 sellout, which I think might very well be in sight now.
This is a win-win. If you have to be raggy because you're in the bathroom, you're going to be really happy because of what precipitated you being in the bathroom.
Okay.
And furthermore, I think I know
is
the
he
real.
going to?
What,
are you going to the bathroom?
Oh, no.
No, we'll be lucky if he comes to the show.
No. I'm making sure we don't get yelled at for the presentation.
And I do know the real reason why you're dragging your feet about the bathroom appearance, because if there's one thing about you...
Oscar, don't worry.
If there's one thing about you, another Mexican?
No.
Oh.
No, it's just I have backup plans.
Of course.
Let's just say, for Americon 2013, we are technology heavy. We are technology laden, and
yes.
I have old school redundancy.
Good for you.
I have complete and total backup.
But the reason, tell me if I'm wrong, the reason you're a little bit hesitant to do the bathroom thing is, don't you love to make an entrance?
Yeah, like nobody to see me.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, that's
just
the
like
reason.
In Reno.
That's why we weren't allowed to go to the casino.
And then Mike spent all night there
because he made several entrances and had a lot of fun.
Let me tell you something, folks.
Remember that?
With this crowd,
more than you know.
With this crowd, when you make a mistake, well, have I ever explained that?
Yes.
I was really thinking no one would see me.
How How in the world could you think
Because
that?
we were there. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was 2 nights before the show.
Yeah, after we sold 800
one night
tickets.
before
It was
the
the
show?
night
one
before
night,
the
night
show.
before.
But wasn't
and
there
we
like-
sold 800 tickets to this hotel.
Yes.
And all the people that came in from out of town to be there, and they're not going to see you.
I really thought
Yeah,
I
those,
was.
no, those people decided just to come to Circus in Reno for no reason whatever. Except
All right.
just to
And
enjoy
I'm sure that
themselves.
those
I thought I
800
would hide.
people, all those 800 people were doing what Oscar and I did, staying in our room and watching the hotel news crawl. You say, oh, look, the buffet's open tomorrow at 11.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
Room service.
Can I say to both of you,
Yes.
I'm sorry for that. That was a mistake. And I think I'll need an impersonator in the bathroom.
Someone that looks like you?
Even if we saw it. Because now, to be honest with you, that number that Oscar just gave me,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that number, and that number is now
You're nervous
approaching
now.
the lower level being done.
Yeah, I mean,
And
conceivably,
we're going to sell 600.
my gut is that, I kind of just want to cap it at 600, call it a day.
Why?
Just because I feel like once that's done, it's behind us, and we just can focus on the show.
I'm thinking that once we get that 600 thing, we can open it up and have a little more elbow room up on the top level.
That's fair.
I was
We
thinking
can
that
address
way.
that when we come to it, but if you get an
Well,
impersonator
here's the
in
bottom
the bathroom,
line.
so do I.
Buy your tickets today. It's Friday. Buy your tickets today to Americon 20. Do not dick around and get these tickets and sell out. Let's sell out the lower level this weekend, okay? That's 50 tickets we have to sell. Let's do it. Let's have a really good spike in those tickets. Tell your friends we're doing this great live show.
Great band, amazing comic. Mickey Coachella will be there.
You know,
and-
we don't talk about it during the body of the show enough, and I am talking about it right now. The fact is, we were going to get the feedback about these guys up in New England.
They're red
where
hot.
They have performed, and it's just, I'm looking forward to that as much as anything about the live show now.
Me too.
And it was a total surprise for us that
Fun.
these guys entered our contest. We're thrilled about it. Mickey Coachella, by the way, I don't
Oh,
even-
he with the #1 album on iTunes in the country?
#1 comedy album
Yeah.
on iTunes in the country. We're very, very excited about this, and we have special guests as well.
Surprises.
We have a wonderful presentation that I think you're really, really going to enjoy. Oscar's put some very unique ideas into this show, and I'm very excited about the whole thing. And I don't want to cap it. What the hell is this? Because you spent too much time drinking on the train? What do you
No.
mean? Yeah. Let's just cap it at
No.
600.
I just ran
I don't care.
No, I care. I care.
cares desperately.
You know what I don't care for?
What?
Is this.
What?
This toil.
I'm selling tickets,
No,
pal.
you are selling
I'm
tickets.
selling tickets
Yeah,
right
but
now.
Transferring Red Sox angst.
That's
That's what you're doing.
Would you you'd rather have me not talk about the show?
No, I don't mind you talking about it at all.
Yeah.
It's the question I get, and I don't mind you asking. You haven't asked it all week, really, for as far as tickets are concerned.
In the last 3 weeks,
oh,
how many times have I asked? And be honest.
We've done, I would say, 10 times.
I'd say less. I'd say 8.
8.
Really?
And that's pretty good.
Okay, so that's that's you come in. I say how are ticket sales? I don't rant. I don't rave.
No, not anymore.
I don't. So not anymore.
No.
You don't.
So when you come to me and you go, just cap it at 600? Are you saying that because you don't want me to talk about it anymore?
No, I don't want you to be upset or concerned with it anymore.
Let me make it indelibly
Yes.
clear. I am thrilled with the tickets that have sold so far.
Okay.
I'm very, very happy. But at the same time, we put a little over 600 people in there. We put more than 600 people in there last time. And I want to
match
see
it.
if we can match that.
That's fair.
I
And
think
you know
that's
what?
fair.
If you get an impersonator in the bathroom, I want one too, and I just ran a simulation. I can find someone who can represent us both. Pony, get in touch with Mario Batali.
That'd be great. I would urge people this weekend to get going. I don't think
the chance to buy a ticket might be dwindling.
Oscar wants to cap the tickets after the next 50 sell. He doesn't care about you like I do. So please make sure you go to Americon 2013 on the Mike O'Mara Show website, and we look forward to seeing you there. I think we have to be men of our word and spend a half an hour in the bathrooms.
Do you ever stop giving back?
No, but I never stop changing my mind either.
I know.
We'll come back with news you may not need right after this. Is it me or is the show just flying by today?
Flew by today.
Flew by.
I think it was because of the segment with the letters. The font was great.
I think I'm going crazy.
And didn't
I didn't even
Oscar
get
say-
to Frankie's collar.
Didn't Oscar say he was going to be in the ladies' room?
Yeah, he did.
I think he did.
We're going to have a meeting about the show
I'll
after
go into
this
the
show.
ladies' room.
Yeah.
This segment of the
Again?
program is Hey, the ladies' room.
Hey, ladies.
You know, that would be like a lawsuit.
Yeah, it would.
He touched me.
Just for him, though.
He touched my tinkle. Anyway, this segment of the Mike O'Mara Show brought to you by aclens.com, your full-service direct delivery contact lens supply company. With an easy-to-use website, great prices, and amazing customer service, AC Lens is your one-stop shop for all your optical needs. Rob's wife uses AC Lens, and you should too.
The next time you see her beautiful eyes and they're not obscured by glasses, it's because we were able to use that AC Lens website. Piece of cake, much cheaper than going through a doctor. We had contact lenses in our house in like 3 days.
Perfect.
Can you get those wolf eyes? You know, like
I think they actually do have Halloween lenses for sale there. I'll check while you do the read, but
that's
I think
very
I saw
cool.
that. Yeah.
They sell every contact lens available in the U.S. They have a 365-day guarantee. At aclens.com, you get style you can afford and quality you can see. You can order online or call 888-248-LENS. Order yours today. Go to aclens.com. Click on the microphone and enter the code TMOS20. That's TMOS20, and get 20% off all orders with free returns on everything. Oh, they do.
Just click the link marked Special Effects, Vampire Lenses.
Move your hand out of the lower left-hand corner. Let me see what those are.
Look at that.
Oh, you want to do a Halloween costume that sings? By Vampire Lenses.
Cool.
Berserker. That's what the Berserker eyes. I like that.
Cool.
This is really a terrific offer. 20% off all orders with free returns on everything. That promo code, again, is TMOS20. And now, here is the legal disclaimer.
Offer may not be combined with any other coupon. Sales or special offers at AC Lens. Offer not valid on Ray-Ban, Polo, Ralph Lauren, DKNY, Smith, SunCloud, Superdry, Oakley brand products.
Start getting 20% off today at aclens.com, and we thank you in advance for that.
From around the globe, across the nation, and looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents news you may not need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, news you may not need.
The end of the federal shutdown means boats will be back out on the Bering Sea to fish for king crab. Thank God. Deadliest Catch will be back on TV.
Do you remember when he was in power?
Yes.
King Crab?
King Crab.
He was fair, but he was always in such a bad mood.
You know why? Because my hands are deformed.
That's right.
Anyway.
Here comes King Crab. He's walking sideways.
Where's that Johnny Depp movie I like watching so badly?
Edward Scissorhands.
Loggers are being allowed back into national forests in Oregon, and barriers keeping nature lovers out of national parks across the country have been removed.
All hail King Crab!
Here I am. Don't get your hands too close to me. Where are my rubber bands?
You know what you'll do in a pinch.
Crews on about 80 boats have been sitting out the multi-million-dollar harvest of red king crab because federal managers who assigned...
That's his brother, the comic.
Red king crab. Hey, let me tell you. Man, oh man, that pot of water was hot.
I want to tell you.
Federal managers who assigned fishing quotas were among the workers furloughed during the government shutdown. They're relieved that soon they'll be able to restart their harvest, bringing back an industry that was one of many, many private sectors of the economy, just not as sexy, that was stalled around the country by all the bickering in Washington.
Oh, I hate bickering.
Commuters in the San Francisco Bay Area appear to be getting an earlier start than usual with the region's major commuter train line shut down because of a worker strike. A lot of our Northern California friends out there are dealing with this.
That's the BART, right?
Yeah, people were lined up well before 5 a.m. Friday at a Bay Area rapid transit train station in Walnut Creek for one of the charter buses BART was running into San Francisco. Very, very difficult for people out there.
Did you know that the Washington Metro is based on the BART system?
Really?
It is.
Boom, boom.
I don't have it ready,
San
but yes.
Francisco, Jeff. Sorry about that.
San Francisco also appeared, the toll plaza for the Oakland Bay Bridge also appeared heavier than normal for the early morning, so we hope they get that resolved out there.
Yes, please.
Police arrested an on-duty federal air marshal on Thursday, accused him of using his cell phone to take photographs beneath the dresses or skirts of female passengers.
Yeah, it's not appropriate,
As
Oscar.
they boarded a flight at the Nashville airport, authorities said.
So hard to do.
Adam Barch, 28, admitted he had taken the pictures. Man, is that what does it for you? Yeah, I did it. Sorry.
Well, you know, if it was in Nashville,
Couldn't control myself.
the skirts might have been like really embroidered, like from the Grand Old Opry. A lot of
Kitty
sequins.
Wells.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Minnie Pearl.
Love Kitty Wells.
So
man.
creepy, though, right?
Man, I used my cell phone camera, and all I got was this pesky petticoat.
Yeah, it still has the tag on it.
He was charged with disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
According to an arrest affidavit, bond was set at $10,000, and he was released. How embarrassing is that?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
great.
and know this, that someone saw him, as you mentioned, doing it.
Well-
So you have to, like, have your camera up.
Yeah, you do.
Welcome to Nashville.
You're cheating hard.
You know what they always said about Kitty Wells, Mike?
What's that?
Magnificent gap.
Man, all I got is petticoat and hair.
Oh, Kitty. Oh, Kitty.
Fun.
Bad Kitty.
Kenyan counterterrorism sources are looking at a Norwegian citizen of Somali descent as a possible suspect in the Westgate Mall attack last month. The sources told CNN on Friday. The Norwegian citizen is believed to have ties to, let me try this name, Mohammed Abdikadir Mohammed.
I think you got that backwards. It's Mohammed Abdikadir Mohammed.
No, it's Mohammed Abdikadir Mohammed.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
How do you alphabetize this?
Hey, he's got a nickname, though.
What is it?
Ikrima. He's regarded as one of the most dangerous commanders in the Somali terror group Al-Shabaab. Norwegian intelligence services are in Kenya investigating that. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the fresh video of that terror attack.
Oh, it's horrifying.
Absolutely amazingly calculated and cold. How they can do that to human beings that are innocents, just I can't get my head around it. And that's what scares me more than anything else.
It was so vivid it almost ceased to be real.
Yeah,
it was that bad.
Terrible. Not even the Pope was immune Thursday night as Stephen Colbert cracked one-liners and took digs at luminaries from politics, finance, and the media at a Roman Catholic charity dinner in New York City that's perennially packed with big names. Colbert, the satirical star of Comedy Central's The Colbert Report, delivered his remarks at the Alfred E. Smith Memorial Dinner. That has been going on for a million years.
Yep, and you know what? It's the one where they still all do white tie.
Yeah, it's at the Grand Ballroom of the Waldorf in Manhattan. He noted many great speakers and probably a few bar mitzvah DJs had appeared before him. Over the course of 10 minutes, Colbert said New York Cardinal Timothy Dolan's outfit of robes and a cap made him look like a flamboyant Zorro. He joked that former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger was dating a CNBC anchor. He called Mayor Michael Bloomberg a tiny man.
Yes.
And said the modest Pope Francis would have likely held the black tie fundraiser at an IHOP. So that's funny.
Did you see what he said? He actually, the joke about Bloomberg, he said the real reason he outlawed those large sodas was fear of drowning.
That's funny. I like that. A woman who dated Apple founder Steve Jobs for 5 years in the 1970s says that Steve didn't like to finish during sex. You want to know why?
Why?
He didn't want to waste his essence.
Well, you see, that's where I'm different.
What a hump
because
this guy was.
I think that's the best part.
You know, a brilliant. I guess sometimes when you're dealing with real genius, there is a trade-off, and if anything this woman is saying is true, it might be the case. It's a kiss and tell, so I don't know whether you can trust all of it. The new book is called "The Bite in the Apple: A Memoir of My Life with Steve Jobs."
That's crummy.
Chris Ann Brennan says Jobs came back from a 1974 trip to India with an interest in tantric sex.
Oh, like Sting.
She says, quote, "Our birth control method up to that point was Steve's coitus interruptus."
You know, he actually, that method inspired a new app that he let, just before he died, he released this app. It was called I Sorry.
The thing about it is, this is one, man, this is either, now, is this pure money or is this a woman who's just still pissed off?
I think both.
It's still
a little
hurt.
bit of both.
Anyway, so he would stop, and apparently he believed he could store up, quote, power and wealth by conserving his, quote, vital energies.
There was a lot of LSD in those days, so...
Yeah, he did a lot of that, too, right?
And you know what? It's funny that his last name is Jobs.
Chris Ann has a daughter with Steve, but he was not happy when he found out she was pregnant. She says, quote, "Steve's face turned ugly. He gave me a fiery look. Then he rushed out of the house without a word." Okay, if that's true, that lingers. That's the kind of moment that will linger with a woman.
But that's the daughter that he took in later on in life?
I think so, yeah.
An acknowledged daughter, yeah.
Lisa.
Later on, he told Chris Ann that he felt like she was, quote, stealing his jeans. Wow.
And he loved to wear jeans.
In fact, he denied that the girl was his until a paternity test proved it in 1979. All right, not a nice guy, and that's probably why he's getting a nasty book written.
Does she go by the name Lisa Apple? What's the daughter's name?
She would be Jobs, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
No, they call her Apple. Hey, Apple.
That's it. Hey,
Apple.
Hey,
you don't have that one anymore?
Can you make this noise? No.
Hey, Apple. Don't worry. Earlier this week, 36-year-old Peter Svaka of Zlin in the Czech Republic. This is a little something.
Okay, good.
He was at a restaurant eating some chocolate pudding for dessert. The restaurant staff told him they were closing, and he had to leave, even though he wasn't finished with his pudding.
Well, you see, this is where there's going to be a problem.
There we go.
So he left.
Of course he did.
Then he went home. Then he grabbed a chainsaw.
Oh no.
And he cut his way back into the restaurant to finish his pudding.
Oh my God.
There was still a few employees inside.
Yes, of course there were.
They tackled him and held him down until the police could get there. Pater, P-E-T-R.
Yes.
Pater could be facing up to a year in prison, but as he was being dragged away, he said, in his restaurant, he will eat the pudding whenever the F he pleases. We'll take a break, come back with the Audio Vault with Rob Spiewak on the Mike O'Mara Show. Everybody! Are we back, John?
Yes, John.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of our program is brought to you by Queen's University of Charlotte, the only, and I mean only, Master of Science in Executive Coaching in the country is offered at Queen's University of Charlotte. If you're interested in the fields of coaching or leadership development, this is the perfect degree for you. D.C. native Henry Lescault says the faculty's academic and practical expertise makes Queens the best place to receive a holistic coaching education. The program is designed for working professionals living anywhere in the United States. Students come to campus for a 3 to 4 day residency. You know, I said anywhere in the United States. It might be anywhere in the world if you can make it over here.
Sure.
Students come to campus for 3 to 4 day residencies twice a semester, then complete the rest of their coursework remotely. That means online, people.
Perfect.
Check out a Master of Science in Executive Coaching at queens.edu/MSEC. That's queens.edu/MSEC, and we are proud to have Queens University as part of the Mike O'Mara Show family. Let's open up the Audio Vault for today, Friday, October 18, 2013. Rob Spiewak.
Last time you were here, you mentioned about the candidates for this year's class at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
One of which was Kiss.
Kiss.
And I think Kiss will make it in because they have the actual, they can time it. I think it's 25 years after their first release is when they become eligible, but Kiss has been around much longer than that, and they're very influential.
I want to rock all night and party every day. You got to put that in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Good stuff. But Gene Simmons says if inducted, he will not play with Ace Frehley and Peter Criss at the induction. And I know you love to hear Gene Simmons talk.
This is Gene Simmons.
Well, you see, why even bring a tape? Because that's how it's up. But here's what he says about Ace Frehley and Peter Criss.
No. How many chances in life do you get?
Chances.
How many chances in life? Ace, who was it? Ace Frehley and who else?
Peter Criss.
Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. They haven't really, when you listen to Gene Simmons, Gene Simmons is a lower, slower, less accented Jackie Mason.
Oh, he's on his way.
How many times? I
really got that.
Do you want that meatball?
I want that meatball. Cut that in.
You know, when you stick your hand in fire, you get burned the first time. Fire and nature doesn't care if you're a good guy or a bad guy. Both of those guys had 3 chances to be in the band.
Chances bad.
3 times they it up. They were every bit as important as we were at the formation of the band, and they would have been the ruin of the band if they continued to be in the band.
Is he talking about
I don't know the story.
Is he talking about the most recent incarnation of resurrecting Kiss?
Right now, when they tour, they were founding members, Ace Frehley and Peter Criss. I think Peter Criss was the drummer that sang Beth.
But the question is, he's obviously, and they toured.
Oh, they tour all the time.
But they toured. They were on the old Don and Mike show back in the day. We had Ace Frehley and Gene Simmons in the studio. But the fact that we had Paul Stanley.
That's the guy. Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons, I think, are the bedrock of the band.
So Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons came in, but those guys were still playing with them, were they?
Yeah. Well, they come and go. They come and go. I saw. I think it was. What was it when they redid the Strutter tour, the 30th anniversary? And I think even that was dicey. He calls
I'm channeling Kevin Meaney right now.
I know.
I really, really am.
So shall I change the topic?
I don't care. I don't care. I didn't know. I want to hear some more Gene.
Okay, here's Gene. He really does not pull punches when he's talking about Ace and Peter.
You could spend 10 hours talking about, I'm going to say this respectfully, the madness that is Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. I don't mean that necessarily the drugs and the alcohol, because there's so many stories about delusional alien-like behavior you could not imagine it. Just unbelievable. Not even malicious, just bizarre. Like aliens.
And I think Gene, I think the thing about Gene Simmons is they're all, passable musicians, obviously, but Gene Simmons is the guy with the business mind.
Yeah, but I also want to know, Rob, and we don't know, so we can't really talk about it, what he's referring to, because I don't know the history of the band.
Yeah,
I don't know how long
they broke
Ace
up like
Frehley and Peter Criss have been out of the band. I don't know whether it's from the beginning.
I know that they started the band, and I know that he says 3 times, so I think they've had reunions that have gone badly.
All right, well,
I'm not enough of a fan to follow it.
That happens with big bands, though.
The induction ceremony
Jonas Brothers.
The induction ceremonies are actually fun for the rock and roll because you do get a lot of that drama in there, and they,
you never know who's gonna perform.
Very, very cool.
You know who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? There's a band called the Beatles.
Oh, yes.
And Paul actually did this as one of his encores on the most recent tour, Helter Skelter. And when you listen to it, it comes across what Paul said when they went into the studio as a band. He said, I want to make the dirtiest, grittiest sounding hard rock record that's ever been made. And that's what they did when they did Helter Skelter. But what's funny is I've got an isolated vocal for you.
Okay.
And because they did this on a 4-track machine, he's sharing the lead vocal track with backup singers.
It's just amazing to hear that was done on a 4-track machine.
The whole White Album was.
It's amazing.
When you listen to the Beatles making a gritty rock record, check out the quality of the background vocals. I mean, even when they're doing gritty, they're still the Beatles, and Paul's vocal is amazing.
Well, don't you want me to make you? I'm coming down fast, but don't let me break you. Tell me your answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer.
Pretty great, isn't it?
Look out! Helter Skelter! Helter Skelter! Helter Skelter!
I love that stuff. When you play those,
I
that's
never
so
get
much
sick
fun
of it. Never
to
get
listen
sick of
to.
it.
And really, that harmony was amazing.
It is, and it gets lost in the mix because they were going on a 4-track. They actually had to punch in and out and mix all the vocals on one track before they could marry it to the music.
So who's in the background? That's John
That
and
to me
George?
sounded like John, George, and Paul on the background.
Okay.
I could be wrong, and they might have thrown Ringo in there.
Okay.
I don't know. I would have to break it down for
No,
you.
if it was Ringo, they'd be, no, that's not fair to Ringo.
Now, be aware of our surroundings nature-wise, Mike. In Colorado, something happened that has almost never happened before. Coyotes attacked a human.
Oh.
Now, coyotes tend to stay away from humans.
Yes.
And the guy was named Andrew Dickage. And he was... That's not why I chose the tape.
That's the name of several program directors I have. Hey, where's Mr. Dickage? Is
All
he
the
coming by
Dickage.
today?
But here is Andrew Dickage talking about what he was on his way to a bus stop, and 3 coyotes cornered him.
Ooh.
I heard like a small ruffle in the brush. And I looked down and it started to tug on my hand, and I felt it starting to tear through my skin. So I took my flashlight and I hit over the side of the head to get it to let go, and it wouldn't let go. As soon as they hit the ground, they were already up on their feet and ready to go at me again. They were going for my face. That's all they were doing, like in this general area. That's all. It just felt like they were just going for something just to get at. Their natural instinct is to protect themselves. Their natural instinct to live. And I was just another threat.
I tend to agree that this comes with the fact that we see deer in neighborhoods now. We're overbuilding, and there's not enough space for these animals.
See it all the time.
And they're coming to. And he had some cell phone audio of the attack.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
And apparently very smart animal.
Don't we think of coyotes as kind of like scavengers?
Yeah, I think
where they
they're-
come around, they're skinny and they're ratty, but they're behaving like wild dogs or wolves.
Yeah, they're I think they're in the canine family, but they have sort of a cat way about them.
Right.
And so, but anyway, that's horrifying, the fact that they're Africans. They're tough,
Mhm.
tough animals. And we close out the audio vault this week. Jimmy Kimmel last night. Actually, I thought we'd be done with Anthony Weiner right now, but Anthony Weiner has said something else about his election.
Anthony Weiner is back in the news. GQ just had a big profile on Mr. Weiner. He said an interesting thing. He said if the internet didn't exist, he'd probably be mayor of New York.
Oh, my God.
All right. I'd be flying right now if gravity didn't exist. Before the internet, he would have just been a regular guy in a trench coat hiding behind a tree.
Hopefully we can put that to bed. That's your magic audio vault. Mike, welcome home.
Welcome home.
And have a great weekend, everybody.
Hey, thanks for supporting the show, and we appreciate that. Make sure you get your tickets to Americon 2013. And also, if you've got technical questions about the Mike O'Mara Show, what's the address they should go to, Pony Boy?
That would be ponyboy@mikeomarashow.com.
Pony Boy will be glad to talk to you about any problems you have. If you would like to send correspondence to the Mike O'Mara Show, it's TMOS, P.O. Box 3, Manassas, Virginia,
20108.
Somebody took my copy out.
Yeah, we hid it from Yee.
Really?
No, I don't know. It should be in there somewhere.
Have a fabulous weekend. Don't forget, we've got a great bonus hour this week as well, and we will be back Monday with a brand new show. Get your tickets to Americon, okay?
Yeah, make us go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we want to do that.
Does that make sense?
Have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you next time. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara saying, be happy, make somebody else. So long, everybody.
Bye. Ciao, ciao. Hey, before you go, remember to grab your extended free trial of Hulu Plus. A special offer just for our listeners. Just go to MikeOMaraShow.com and click the Hulu Plus banner and start watching all of your favorite shows. Or go to HuluPlus.com/TMOS. Again, that's HuluPlus.com/TMOS. Or click the Hulu Plus banner at MikeOMaraShow.com. Now beat it.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.